What is pink tide? How political situation in Latin America can impact the geopolitics? So, first we can see about Latin America. So, Latin America mainly composed of around 33 or 34 countries. So, Latin America is the region which lies in Central America continent, Southern America continent, and also some Caribbean countries composed. It is called Latin America. Latin America mainly the name comes from in those days the region were colonized by the France, Spain and Portugal. So the name came from the region controlled by Spain, France, Portugal, like those western countries, and later it is called Latin America. So it consists of around 33 or 34 countries. So first we can see about the political situation in Latin America. We can take after the disintegration of Soviet Union. So after the disintegration of Soviet Union, so mainly the Latin America is important to United States because due to the proximity of the region. So the Latin America lies near to the United States. So it is a strategic important region, and it is important for the United States for regional security. So US want the government backed by them to have the power in Latin America. Mainly the US government are more conservatives most of the times, more conservatives, and they are right wing government and they follow them neoliberalism, capitalism. So those policies are followed by US. So the US always want the neoliberalist and also some capitalist mindset people to rule the Latin America. But the political situation is in Latin America is completely diametrically opposite from the US neoliberalist policies, because Latin America is famous for its socialist movement and also the ideology of left. So Latin America is diametrically opposite. The ideology, the majority of the ideology in Latin America is actually opposite to the US neoliberalist policy. But after the disintegration of Soviet Union in 1991, so the US gained some good ground in Latin America, like the more conservative governments, the neoliberalist came to power in Latin America, but it didn't last further. It last further for around a decade. A major crisis happened in Latin America, like the neoliberalist policies, which had severe repercussions like major inflation and also unemployment, which raises unemployment and which creates inequality among the people between rich and poor. So this led to the rejection of the right wing governments. The US backed neoliberalism followed governments, and in 1999 a major breakthrough happened, like in Venezuela. Hugo Chavez came to power. So Hugo Chavez is the leftist ideology person. Subsequently, in many Latin America countries, so the left government came to power and the left maintained a dominant control over the region. Like after Hugo Chavez came to power in Bolivia, Evo Morales came to power, and also in Brazil, Lula da Silva gained a majority of the ground. So a subsequent turn to the left from right wing government, people have voted for the leftist government in earlier part of 2000, and many countries in Latin America turned towards the left government. This political phenomenon, I mean from the right to left, majority of the countries turn to left. This political phenomenon is called pink tide. So turn to the left meaning is pink tide. So after pink tide occurs, so it lost for around a decade. But in 2008, a major crisis occurred all over the world, the financial crisis, the Lehman crisis occurred. So the Lehman crisis, during the Lehman crisis, it also impacted the Latin America. So leftist government has suffered from severe economic crisis and the commodity fall in prices. So it severely impacted the Latin America. So even though they have introduced some good policies, but people began to reject the leftist government due to some economic mismanagement. After 2010, between 2000 and 2015, again in Latin America, the US backed rightist, the capitalist, the neoliberalist came to power in more of the region in Latin America, and slowly, gradually, the left government, the left ideology government, the socialist government declined. The power of the left government declined. For example, in 2015, Argentina President Mauricio Macri was chosen as a president, which is a historical win. And also in Brazil, now the president Jair Bolsonaro came to power. So in some Latin American countries, the right gained the control, which is a good sign for the US. But from 2018 to from 2021, within 3 years, again the left gaining the control in Latin America. For example, in 2019, the Argentina presidential election, so Alberto Fernandez won the election. So Alberto Fernandez is a leftist. So and also in recent Honduras, Xiomara Castro gained the control, and Mexico, so Bolivia. So these regions again leftist gaining the control in these regions. So there is a phenomenon, there is an assumption that once again the pink tide happening in Latin America. This is called the second pink tide. So many people are preferring that it is a pink tide, they calling it is a second pink tide. And now the many people, and the people, most of the people, majority of the people in Latin America rejecting the US backed the conservative government due to some of the main setbacks, like during coronavirus pandemic, especially in Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro mishandled the pandemic, and also rising inflation, rising unemployment. So this led to the rejection of again to the rightist government. Now leftist government gained control. But what is the main reason behind the geopolitical impact is, first we can assume while the leftist government were in power during earlier part of 2000, so the main left ideology superpower is Russia. We were, after in disintegration of Soviet Union, so Russia is the main left-wing ideology government. So when Latin America is controlled by the left, I mean the pink tide governments, so they want to maintain proximal relationship with the Russia, not US. So the US backed government, the conservative governments want to maintain a good relationship. The neoliberalist government want to maintain a good relationship with the US. But now in second pink tide, so in recent days the dominance and influence of Russia is declining. So the main rival of US, I mean the ideological rival of US is replaced by China. So Russia's place is replaced by China. So now China want to maintain a proximal relationship with Latin America, pertaining to the ideological similarities, because the pink tide governments also left-wing ideology and China also left-wing ideology. Of course, they are socialist and they are communist, but both are leftist. So now the Latin America countries will maintain a proximal relationship with China instead of Russia. So this is a major threat for the America. In separate video we can see about deeply about how it can impact the US security in the Latin America region due to the rise of China. So this is the content I want to say about the pink tide and the pink tide governments and the phenomenon. Thank you.